to another episode of Going Back to the Basics, where we're going to take exercises out of instructional manuals, instructional books, and walk through them together as if we're the student and see, how does it all turn out? Does it work? Does it not work? Of course, they're supposed to work. So did we work or did we not work? I guess is the answer. Hope you enjoy it. We're going to try to do a lot of things, and I hope it's just about as fun to watch as it is for me to do, because it's fun to go back it's fun to go back to the basics. Enjoy. All right, guys, for our first episode, first book that I've chosen, first author I've chosen, I've looked through a few of them. We're going to go through John Lord Bacon. It's called Forge Practice Elementary. John Lord Bacon, I'll give you a little information about who he is. He's an instructor, or was, instructor in forge work at Lewis Institute, Chicago, junior member of the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. There is a second edition in which, we'll explain. All right, this was published originally in 1904. First edition, 1904. And second edition was 1908. I think we should learn a little about the author. 1904, those are the good old days. I love this kind of stuff, right, on these older books. This is the dedication to my wife, without whose assistance it would never have been written. This little volume is dedicated. That's sweet as heck. Good old days, man, when men were men and mice were scared. No, good old days when people had manners and thoughts. I'm going to go ahead and read you the preface, because I think this tells a little bit about the author. I might not do that all the time, but these old guys, we don't think like they did. This little volume is an outgrowth of a series of notes given to the students at Lewis Institute from time to time in connection with shop work of the character described. It is not the author's purpose to attempt to put forth anything which will in any way take the place of actual shop work. All right? So I'm not, what he just said is what I hope the whole point of this series is, and that's why I kind of like the guy in this book already. He's saying, I'm going to tell you, but this doesn't replace actually doing it. Perfectly aligned with what we're doing. But rather to give some explanation which will aid in the production of work in an intelligent manner. I can hammer all day and make something happen, but I could have hammered in 2 minutes and got it done. That's it. Sorry. The examples cited are not necessarily given in the order in which they could most advantageously be a series of exercises, but are grouped under the general headings in such a way to be more convenient for reference. Right? Perfect. So he's not going to say, okay, step one, let's do a nail. Step two, he's going to say, all right, let's talk about bending and drawing and this. Let's talk about welding, and then we'll do some exercises based on it. The original drawings from which the engravings were made were drawn by LSB. All right? What the heck? I forgot his name already. No, LSB. I wonder who LSB is. I thought that was the guy's name. The second edition, I think, is interesting. If you go ahead, this book is available online. Go to Google. It's sold. It's basically free. Finding a hard copy might be difficult. The author believes that this is the preface to the second edition. The reason they put out the second edition. The author believes that the textbook should be used to explain principles and give examples, not to give minute, explicit directions for making a set of exercises. This necessitates an independent set of drawings for the work to be done. This is 1908. People writing this stuff. Awesome. It is for this purpose that the set of drawings is given. The author has felt the need and lack of such drawings in the textbook as used before, the original edition, as used before, and it is to remedy this defect that the edition has been made, to this second edition. Exercises are such as have been found useful in the shop, and an effort has also been made to give drawings such tools, blah, 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 blah. All right, so there's the preface. I think it was interesting to read that. In general, they came out, and I might cut this out, and again, I'll change the format. I know you don't want to hear me talk, but at the same time, I don't know, there's something, I don't know. It's an old book, The second edition came out, and they actually had some drawings of exercises and things that you can do with it. I think it's important for us to take a look at the table of contents of this book, and this is, again, the intro. This is my introduction to Forging Practice Elementary by John Lord Bacon. Chapter 1, General Description of Forging Tools. Chapter 2, Welding. Again, he said it's not going to be in an order that makes sense for learning, but an order for reference. Chapter 3, Calculation of Stock for Bent Shapes. And I like that. We're actually going to do some of that in our first exercise. Upsetting, drawing out, and bending. Simple forge work. Calculation of stock in making general forging. Steam hammer work, which is a power hammer. Duplicate work. Metallurgy of iron and steel. Tool steel work. Tool forging, making tools, and tempering, miscellaneous work, tables, courses, exercises, and forge work. So that's table of contents. Hey, you know, you could have just downloaded it. Again, just search for John Lord Bacon, and you will find the ability to download the document as I have. So that's the book we're going to start with, and that's a little background about what's in the book, and I'll see you on the next video when we choose our first project. If you found this video helpful, educational, maybe even if you just found it entertaining, and you want to support me, you can jump back to my channel. There's a button on the right hand side of the screen called support, and it's kind of like a tip jar. You can go ahead and leave a tip for this video, and that'll help me make some more, I guarantee. Thanks for your support, as always.